Adesua ho nsɛm aswafo ya wɔhwɛ yadesua ho nsɛm so kyerɛ sa abɛfo nimdie science no aban ni abrepa yɛrɛ sɛ wɔde twum de atwodwa sa aban de sika bebre na ahyɛ mu sɛ bɛyɛ a nkwadaa nani betumi agye ho. Elembelembra sebedwani yɛwura Emmanuel Lama Kofibu a wokɔ mayembra sebedwafi a dom ketwa yɛ wɔ hɔ no no ne ba no deni abedi ekyire wɔde nsɛm atwodwa sɛ aka energy fo sika 1.6 million bi ananka ɔman no kwakɔgye abeto yɛ ho so a na ɛkɔyɛ kɔtɔbɛkuma nhyehyɛ no NDC amanyukuo ne kuti a yɛnei yɛbɔ hyire ya wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn boɔ na Ghanafoɔ ɛde ma wɔn. Sanso ena enra nyina na ewiase ama nyina nsuwonsu ada na saa bre mpanifo ye hwe oman no nsuo nsɛm so sɛ ayetene pa so metima ma yensu pa nom ne nyina no sa amafo no nwuma hodo ye a wodie no ha twene ye e wo yensu pa ebenya nom ho. Awofro bika ho ne yare somo ene obeni bosome da ye toso aduanu miensa ya wada wiei meeting ene Hajia Bintu Saana ye free nsam na se ya ne ye kɔ adesua ho nsɛm so afo ya ohwe adesua ho nsɛm so ye ro sɛ ye wade twum ene wade nsam atodwa a wo kyerɛ sɛ wo ba nimdie mu anasa adesua mu afri to aso sukuu mu SHS ekɔkɔpem sɛ wo bɛkɔ na wakosua pon akɛse ne mu universities ne tertiary ne mu no kamia kɔ sɛ nkɔda dodo no ana obi akɔ ana yɛfoɔ ene wo pɛ sɛ wɔkɔkosua na abɛfo nimdie no nya de sɛ wɔde wo ho ɛhyehyɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ science programs no eno yɛwura Dr. Osai wade twum kyerɛ sɛ sɛ deɛ aban no kyerɛ na hye mu ɛwɔ man no ba bia wɔde hyehyɛ egu akwan mu a eno bɛboa man nkɔda ya free SHS anase GHS kɔ edimu akɔpem SHS nim bi akosua pon ahodo university mu no wo metimi akosua science ne bi sɛ bɛyɛ o man no so benya benfo e wa abɛfo nimdie mu no bɛboa o man no empuntu.
More science graduates in the country cannot be overemphasized. This is evident in the growing numbers of companies and businesses in the sciences and technology value chain. Being cognizant of this, the Ministry of Education strategic plan has also echoed this. Mr. Speaker, at the tertiary level, the ministry targeted to achieve a 60-40 ratio enrollment in the sciences and humanities respectively, and this goal was set by 2030. This may be a daunting task. However, I'm happy to inform this House that the ratio of science to humanity has since improved from 34 to 66 in 2017-18 to last year. To ensure the achievement of this target, the ministry has has established various programs, Mr. Speaker, including the following. We have constructed STEM schools so that we can increase the number of students in the STEM-related fields. We have about 10 STEM schools that has been constructed. Some have been operationalized, others will be operationalized next year. Mr. Speaker, we are resourcing existing science labs across the country in various schools. We've introduced innovation to bring more excitement to the teaching and learning of STEM-related subjects in our high schools. Mr. Speaker, with the support of GTEC, Tertiary Education Commission, our pre-engineering program has been introduced, which enables non-science high school graduates to pursue 1-year pre-engineering program, and when they meet the entrance requirement of the universities, they're able to move on to level 100 of engineering programs in selected universities. We also have scholarships and other financial aids to STEM students through Get Fund, for example. In addition to the above, the ministry envisioned the setup of 5 STEM universities across the country.
Yet one some no so na yera or say ya wadutwum esare to so ya wo kire say wo hwe efrin fimpimienu ene do nso bepem sa ban ya sabde aban no na nani abere sento aso suku obe no fame kwa free SHS ma obi aba etumi enya bia kwa na de anya kra no brofo kakra betumi awe na so de aba ho bra e wo empotemu ba bia abedro no sa bere sika hwehwe die pa e na aban no pagya e de ahyemu anya asem ketwa sika no so ye pa 5 billion and aban de ewremu a wo hwesen to aso suku no be ye na aban ne mpaba ogusu aya kopem se ebeboa e mankwada nyina etimi enya adesua papa bi asua.
Mr. Speaker, the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo introduced the free senior high school program to improve access and quality of secondary education in Ghana. The program since its inception has contributed to improving learning outcomes in our senior high schools. For the period under review, that is 2017 to 2021, the Ministry of Finance approved allocation for the implementation of the free senior high school program amounted to 7,623,783,450 cedis. During the period under review, the Ministry of Finance released a total amount of 5,182,205,131 Ghana cedis and 91 pesos to the Ministry of Education for the execution of the free senior high school program. The total expenditure for the period amounted to 5,119,794,501 Ghana cedis and 20 pesos. These amounts are detailed below. We have the figures for 2017, 2018, 2019, 2013, 2020, 2021. In various budget allocations, the total releases as well as the total expenditures. And the budget allocation, the total amounted to 7,623,783,456 cedis. Total releases amounted to 5,182,205,131 cedis and 91 pesos, and the total expenditure amounted to 5,119,794,501 cedis and 22 pesos.
Yakoma no mra sebedwefie lembele mra sebedweni Emmanuel ama kofibua dom kuma ye wo mra sebedwefie nso no wono ne dom eno ba no dani abedi ekire na wode nsama atwodwa kire se ebre bi etwe wo na abaye ni abre pa sa aka energy wo mo AGM oil bi a 1.6 million dollars no kaban ne koje ato no so eno wo kire se nkaka susuro eni amane nko ana nkasa ye koso ade abo my Ghana ne sanse ye ni hu aka de ya ye de bedada no a kopem se begina ne na so na no no wo kire se sabre no NDC amanyoko ye dom kuman eni anya sem keto mra sebedwafi omu sori gina mu chen se konfo yere so omu mpene magana fo bo wontri so pa so omu ya mambofo ye omu pe omu anu ye nsu nei ebo ne yeto wo mu ye Emmanuel amakofi bu a kire se nsem omu kan no sabre nyina so omu anu ye mfisusu a ye nson se be kwakọ pagya saade ne ya besia no se ye nya ho akade emfa nwen sanse wo fen no abo no nsuo no bia na akyese ye de no ana Ghana no ye nya nuru ho no mu a na wo mutu ye fo no ne nipa bu wontri so nse nei ye yiwo mu ya ye kire se asem omu kan nyina na enokra wo man no e de won bo e ma wo.
They no longer want it and that they have relinquished it. That really vindicates the NDC minority. Ake entered this country by buying the block, first the Ake block from Hess. A block that we were ready to basically develop and produce. The only thing that stopped Hess from producing it was the Cote d'Ivoire Ghana arbitration dispute. As a result, we put it on hold. In that process, Hess decided to sell that block to Ake. Now, when Ake came to this country, they convinced the MPP government that they are come to fast track all this development. And remember that the Minister of Energy at the time, came to Parliament and basically watered down on the petroleum agreement that we had with AKE. They basically reduced Ghana's shares interest from almost 43% to about 18%. We warned that that was wrong and that Hess was basically deceiving us, and AKE was deceiving us. Well, as we speak, AKE, with all the excuses, including COVID, which they have used, have been given 10 extensions for that block that we know can be developed. But they also bought another block called AGM. That block has only one development. They came back to this parliament again and now says that they want to sell that to Ghana, almost 1.65 billion. We warned the government, led by Nanadu, that this asset, especially the AGM part of the asset, was valueless and risky. And we insisted that the valuation, you need to value an asset to make sure you know how much it is valued. And we insisted that that so-called valuation they've done cannot let the state buy that asset at that price. We warned them, we insisted, we spoke about the risk of the South Deep Water Tunnel block and said that first of all, the block was 3,000 meters deep. The technology to develop that block does not even exist. So why will AKE, who wants to make money, sell that used a block to Ghana without proper valuation? The government insisted that they were going to buy it. We insisted that it was not of value. Thankfully, they said that they came to see policy of when that they were going to go and come back. Well, guess what? Less than a year and a half later, AKE has now said that that block has been relinquished. That is, they have basically given up on it to Ghana back. Can you imagine if we bought it? It is important that we put it clear that when that time came and they made that argument, we stood on the side of the people of Ghana. And we insisted that we cannot buy the South Deep Water block because it does not have any value.
Gomwa East, when this Yamanyo Konum na Mafo any abra watchers and Peniaka, so Kodra Minu and Ahunu the Eba. Now Bampotem Honoma Mafo Natuaba, Ediama Mema Hudro, ya Abejina Sunina, when this Yamanyo Koni Trimwa, or Macom Rashabe Jeffian and so free, Nikutrem, ya Wama Fahre Ama. Na no wo chirem se sabre ya manyoko ne bia kwanya to ho no mo ne de nka wo benya enko ba yo batan enyina wa na mu se be ya mpunto ya bon se de enwi abo achechede na dwonso nso abo akokọ no obetimi adwiri bi na wo de abre wo ne abre ye pa se sabre de oba e no de ne kosi wa na mu e wo emrahye bedwem.
Efi 1992 Gomwa East 4 womo to aba eyi emashebejafo nina emema nkwa womo etese emfebi brabebe sinkono eye NPP aban anase NDC aban ena eba so a womo ba emema no womo enyehwe emfema womo ntisabre die womo aya adwense woba beyi woba obetumi aye adwuma no ede aboa Gomwa East ene emfinfi mantemu NDC emunipebie ede atodwa se enche womo kọ wakwakoyi woba ama wono edi womo enimu kansanse wogidi sese de woba ewa abadaye no obetimi ehu womo haw nina no na wetumi aso ano edi ama womo enti womo de wodi kotim so edi ama eye Jasmine Obrempon Jumo Mama Jasmine Obrempon Jumo eni CTV atwetwe nkomo etremu ese waya krado se wodi mpunto ebeba Gomwa East eni emfinfi mantemu
the development eba and our face was an MP, so we have to serve as a communication link between the government and your constituent. In Tinubana Mebano, Mebabe serve as a communication link. I'm a Gomwa East constituency. Now I face to Maputi Gomwa East constituency on the map. Now I see a Gomwa East Dian, and Kobasa scandal on Kwan. Nemo number who put to Jumani no Mapa, Air Cost to Gomwa East. Delegate for our Gomwa East constituency. Mamu nim dem amejumo, mo dom amejumo. Demand amesume dom. Ma ye ready dem me be serve. Na ma ka sanwe hu putu juma. Ma ye ready ame peda me deba. O san dem member impoma ma sha ase amereye. Enti no mesra mo. There 13th May lu odra. Na bia amfa ne kokomoti mbo mabo. Na won bo a na ma mejumo. Embra na ye ma me kwesta poku asoya. Ni dwumedi a origin. Ibimbra Gomwa East. Bedamase na face no ye rama ha moreba no ye nyina ye nkambo me enye adwuma ma no na agenda 20 seats no our central region Gomwa East Mame Jumo Fan Medamas.
Sisia many wo ekasino, a yadia candidate no, emunum, and a womo aquaco finally nomination, wobwa, ediaco primaries no.
And never I find into a young school babies and never papa into my beneficial or young because never the brother and you got the brother or not here and yesterday. I put our own news and never the play and I the young and I don't think you should go ways, young for Obani Bima. Not say Jumapana air coursework, sir, yen constituency and no more abortion. Yes, yes, sir. In Puntin. And it's an ama, Yadi Obano, but no, baby, I should take it. Obaya, only when you shall do any Obaya work could do, Obaya over to near Mema and to me.
2024, Madam Mammy. The young papa for beat to them, Mammy.
Gomwa istifo eni agie na ye ko apamenya krobo so enya semketo abrante ba ko ani abri pa Jeff Tete Kavianu wo kire senka edisi amanyoko no man kwan na wonko gina wa na emu na fei ena si ahene ne etu ahene fo beto aba won potemu ahwe se ye wrete yi Kavianu yi wo sefata se edne ko enu mposi e begina to wana se yenyine ntumu no wo de so bo obo mpanifo bi ye wo mansemo no region eye chairman dom era Oliver Makevo nom ena afe baba jama kona emo ena yera eye kojo mo a wo munyina agire mo bi e kire se wo mo na makwan e makon so nsi mpanimfo aye wo adwene se won krat ne krata na nyade e wo begine na agene kina ena yera Tete Kavianu kire se ne ni abrepa na wodi nkonim wie na mpanimfo ehunu se wo betwa wo nyina bo ya wo betimi edi nkonim no eno no wo na se a wo so wo nyine krata ne ni abre no de nsem etu CTV animu a wo kan se
Kane emresowetweni edema apa manya krobo Honorable Jeff Tete Kavianu ehwenimo sobesan edi amanyuko no enim ewo eye apa manya krobo apato empeso so hopium na ochirem se nomination form okoje ye no ewo senka eye match wo swene de toso eduno emienu na ewo senka ode forms no ede eko na so ochirem se odeko eye party regional office ho ewo kofoyudia odeko ye no de edi kan wankwankoto mu de toso mienu nso enya de akoto mu senka ode forms no koma omo eno de atudwa se kama yese yeni de hoboni na chese constituency executive no de ashom ho na fe so regional secretary ne se omo ma kwan ma onfa the forms no emfa emba wa bra o chechre ne nsemu de akere esentrefo no ensamo a ode to Ctv Kasiepo enim eni.
We have about 114 branches, of which they said 50% of the branches should endorse the form, which I had out of 114, I had 94 branch members endorsing my form, which is overwhelming, over 83%. Instead of 50%, I had over 83% endorsing my form. So I believe strongly, and I was in the constituency office on Monday, which the nominations were to be filed at the constituency office. The office has been locked from Monday till today, and I called the regional secretary, which is in the person of Mr. Baba Jama Konde, that this is the message of what we are witnessing in Upper Menya, specifically as Sesewa district office, constituency office. And he asked me to call the chairman. I should continue, going to the office still. And I was giving him the feedback, that Tuesday the office was, yesterday it was closed. And today I sent him a message. He asked that if they fail, then I should come to the regional office to submit my forms. And I started calling him yesterday, which is the person of Mr. Baba Jama Konde, the regional secretary. He failed to answer my calls. Text messages, WhatsApp messages are forwarded to him. He has since not answered my call. The constituency chairman and the secretary have also refused to answer my calls, and they have since locked the constituency office. And I've been here since morning to submit my forms in the regional office, Fortunately, that the administrators are here, and I came to meet the first vice chairman in the person of Honorable Ransford Boachi. I met him here. He's here.
Eraka we anwedi kuse pa ya nya asem ketwa ya kire se poema ntemo wo mu ye bie na ye ko eno ada na ewiase ama nyina da ye de asi ho a ye hwe se yensu ansu a ye betimi edine ni menu mienu na anim se ensuo eye nkwa eni nti ensuo a wo be no mo se ho tie no eno na betimi aboa wo ema wenya enkwapa na de aba obra akọ anim so wani di kura no no nyansu pa no mo a wo betimi adnya nkwa no akwachire kakra na eno na wo be hwe o my Ghana mu hanu se ya mensu edwumakuo ya Ghana Water Commission o kire se sa bredi wo mabre ye pa san se yensu wansu wa se de ye de galamse anase fuma gudie tu a yetu no koti kwan so esai no otade awodo enu nsu ye da fom anke betimi di nura no amu na yenye bia mamafo no anomo ne ye de aka so aso wo man no ade se ye ni ho akade eno no de ade srede eto Ghana fo nyina anim se bebi edre se wiase ama nyina ehunu se oso mu gitum na wo mo hwe se yensu anu ye de da besi ho ne ahwensu nsu anu nsam ne aka ne ye di a o se ye hwe na ye nsu ne ye na sama botem ho kra de nsu ho akwatwe pa asatisi ho ba ya wo muguso ekyerensemu
1993 afinimo and a World Water Day no womo ehwase ebode rule edifa kwan a woman for ebenya super anum edibi ayade na afiedie no eye Rural Water Development Program Ghana and a womo ehwase na ewo ashaiman na Principal Monitoring Officer wono and that Water Resources Commission ano eye Eric Moala wodin semetuja and wosigalamse ya yenam kwan paso entu eye femegudie and say yensuo ene yensase wotonsa area frɛ mpanifo sɛ wɔhwɛ na wonye bibi emfa ho.
Then also if you want to undertake an activity, make sure that it's not taken close to the water body, because we have vegetations along the water bodies which are supposed to filter the things that come from land to ensure that the quality of the water is preserved. So make sure that your activities are not taken close to water bodies. And also when it comes to the fertilization of your land, or when it comes to your crops, make sure that you apply the right chemicals or the right materials prescribed by the regulators that are in that area.
And which and I see you are and the Rural Water Development Program Ghana ano Bishop Nathaniel Adams Edeninsem Etuja.
So in finding out what can save the situation, we only had the message that if they can get clean water. So that initiated the establishment of rural water. And since that time, in fact, we have been part of the collaboration and cooperation of various organizations. Ghana Water Company, the assemblies, some philanthropists, the elders and leaders of communities. We all came together and we were providing water to these boreholes, to these communities. And therefore we were able to eradicate guinea worms completely.
Nekwakremo ena tema Regional Ghana Water Company Limited Public Relations Officer Wadano Ora Samson Ampa actually mo essay wojina eye Regional Chief Manager no enim ede ensem atudwa se womo ede sikebudu pa ena eto eye chemicals a womo ede bua ama ensuo na yenum ede bi ede yade ewo fie no eho ate enti wo besre se anka Ghana foni na no yenjai kwanboni ayenam so ede se yensuo no.
Treating the water becomes a challenge. We need to use more chemicals to be able to treat the water to acceptable standards by WHO, World Health Organization, so that the water will be quality, it will be wholesome, it will be potable for human consumption. Now is the time for action. Now is the time. No more talking, but action. We need a pragmatic action. A collaborative measures, as our team suggests, that accelerating change means we all have to put our hands on the wheel, behind the wheel, and push together. Be it an organization, partners, association, private, so that we'll be able to sustain and reverse this trend that we see currently.
Ahana brema kwan makase aye de small ene yawade obenim busmeda ye toso aduonu miensa wo fipi mienu ene aduonu miensa mo ye DC na ye de ama wasedanko ema wo mo hwe ye chichi ni beje nyina fiefo ene mo ambo asam na no na afi wo mo echinchim afidie ni nyina no kase no DC no eho aseda kase e na ye de ema mo edin ya migusu age so ofra me a eye Hajia Bintu Saana medimosi ama mo nyina ebo ene hwe
Ctv, Ghana's #1.
Are you the striking figure catching attention everywhere you go? Welcome to Miss Kirby Pageant 2023, a pageant that redefines your confidence, articulation, and decency. Discover your true self and skills you have been packaged with. Don't let this opportunity slip you by. Like many other curvy, pretty ladies rushing to be part, you can also join Miss Kirby Pageant 2023 by simply picking a form online for just 100 Ghana Cedi. To join, go to castvote.com